So have you set your New Year's resolutions? How do you feel about New Year's resolutions? I wanted to post this video really quick to help encourage you to do them. Because if we don't measure what we want, we're never going to get there, right? And I think so many people get stressed out about resolutions because we know, well, we may not know, but 80% of people stop their resolutions by February. And I know there's a reason why, and I know I can help with that. 8% of people actually keep their resolutions. And statistics show that from the ages 18 to 34, that age group tends to maybe keep one resolution and actually go through with it. And I believe it's because we've looked at New Year's resolutions or goals, whatever you want to call it, as a punishment versus something that we put into growth over time. And so many times we think we've got to get somewhere. Like when we get the new job, we're going to be successful. When we find that spouse, that's when we have success. When we bought our first home or our second home or our third home, or we get that new home, we're successful then. When we make this much money, that's when we're successful. But really it's about enjoying the process and the person that we're becoming through that time. That's what makes us successful. But we've got to put things on pen and paper to actually measure that so we can look back every year and see, did I get there? So I've done this every year since I was 8 years old. Welcome to my childhood. But what it has helped me do is, especially since, 2010 and on, I've really made it a point to look back at my resolutions every year. And I will tell you about 80% of those I don't make. But what helps me is that I'm able to revise them because I become a different person every year. So I'm able to say, so my one last year was to learn Spanish and book a trip to Spain by March 2020. Well, my whole direction of my career and my business has taken I'm taking a whole new approach that is something I'm okay with, that I didn't make that part of my resolution and my goal anymore. It became actually in March of last year, I decided I actually have to change my thoughts. So anyway, I've grown every year. And even though I haven't made all of those resolutions and goals, I have still made way more than I would have because I put it on paper. So here's the thing. If you'll stick with me, I want to help you with these resolutions and goals. I want you to take 20 minutes after this video and pick three resolutions, three goals, 3 plans. Again, whatever you want to call it, just pick 3. And if 3 is too much, you might pick 1. But I want you to think, when you're sitting right where you're at next year, January 1st, 2021, March 5th, 2021, whenever you're watching this video, when you're thinking right now on this date from a year from now, what do you want to look back on and say, I did it. I am this person. I am a person that's made exercise a habit. I am a person that volunteers at church now. Whatever it is that your goals are. What do you want to say that you are this person next year? So 3. So biggest thing when you pick these goals, I want you to pick 3, and then we need to do the SMART method, which you've probably heard, right? So S.M.A.R.T. Are your goals specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and then time sensitive? So if you want to lose 20 pounds, well, what does that mean? When do you want to do that by? We need a time specific. Okay, so I want to lose 20 pounds by, let's say, April 1st. Okay, let's make sure that that is a realistic goal. Yes, now, if you do my program, you can lose 20 pounds in 30 days with a lifestyle, not a diet, actually just getting hormones in balance. I had to throw that in, sorry, shameless plug. But that is a realistic goal, right? Is it attainable? Yes. It is attainable. Is it measurable? Well, we've got to measure how we're going to do that, and we've got to be specific. And so what I mean by that is, how are we going to do that? So when you pick your one goal, just kind of brain dump all the things you need to do to get there. So does food logging help you? Well, I need to buy food logs, right? I need to start meal prepping. I need to exercise, okay? So what I'm saying here is, you've got this one goal of lose weight, but then you're going to brain dump all the things that you feel like you need to do to get there. But then you're going to pick some specific ones and make those as measurable goals. Okay, so we're going to pick one goal, then we're going to brain dump all the things we need to do, and we're going to pick 3 things to actually achieve that, but we've got to bring these out as well. So if you're going to meal prep, well, when is that meal prep? So I'm going to meal prep by, well, I'm going to shop on Saturday, okay, to meal prep on Sunday. And you're maybe going to have to pick 2 recipes that you're actually going to meal prep and make that happen. Okay, if it's exercise, well, I need to look for a gym by January 15th. I need to buy a membership by January 20th. I need to go buy workout clothes, right? So just kind of brain up all these things that you need to do and set those deadlines, that time of when you need to do them. I hope that helps. I can go all into SMART goals a little bit more in detail, but my biggest point of this video is to help you just kind of think of, I want you to think of 3 things that you need to do in your goals, or 3 goals that you want to be by this person, or 3 goals of the person you want to be by this time next year, and then I'll post a video by next week on how do you really get into these SMART goals. I hope that helps. Happy New Year. Let me know your goals and your resolutions that you have coming up.